Good morning, everybody. Painblade back here again from Server 1, representing IC and Tribes Lab with another Ninja Tribes video, guys. And today we're going to be looking at one of the newest banner characters, and we're going to start off with actually Sage Mode Naruto. I originally wanted to do Sage Mode Jiraiya, but I kind of did like a quick vote on Discord, and you guys seem to be more interested in Naruto, and that's all good because we're going to get to both of them anyways. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into Sage Mode Naruto and see what he's all about. Now, I just want to say, first things first, when a lot of these characters come out, people are very quick to judge in terms of how good the character is. Now, I will say this, his kit isn't bad. It's actually good in my opinion, to be honest with you. What makes Naruto stand out quite a bit though is the fact that his stats are ridiculously high. I just want to show you guys a quick example here, right? Like if you look at my Naruto Sage mode right here, he's at 45521 power, and then if you look at my 5-star Pain, who just came out right before him, he's all the way up there, but he's only sitting at 2k more power. That's not a lot for like an extra whole awakening. Usually awakenings give you roughly about like 5k. And he's only 2k above. So Naruto's stats are really, really, really high for a UR character, actually any character in general. So let's just jump into him, right? So first things first, artwork. This is probably the most confident look Naruto's ever had in this game, and I think it's probably the best look he's had in this game. Not only do I love this artwork because of the obviously the Sage mode, uh, the outfit, the whole eyes, the color schematics, of course, orange being the chakra for the nine tails as well, which fits perfectly, but the fact that they've made him look so damn cool. Not only in the artwork, but in the game. This is probably my favorite pixelated character now in the game. So kudos to Bandai for making such a cool looking character. Makes me just want to use him for that alone. All right, stats wise, let's take a look at him. Now, he's a T unit, but his critical rate is through the roof, like 31%, and his critical damage increase rate is insanely high, guys. So, Naruto is actually going to be a really, really hard hitting character. So, if you're looking for a T unit, and if you've had Pain, and you're thinking, you know what, Naruto's just a bad version of Pain, you're completely off. Naruto's actually a bigger nuke than Pain. Pain is a better support. Now they both hit super hard, but putting them together, you get an amazing combo, guys. Now, as you notice, Bandai's bringing out a lot of T units for a reason. T units just are like the jack of all trades, right? Some of them can nuke, some of them can support, some of them can crowd control, etc. So T characters are becoming a lot more prevalent. I think Bandai's trying to push for T units to be the new meta. Unfortunately, A units just hit too much hard. It's so much harder that it's hard to pull that off. But now a lot of T units are bringing out things like you don't kill the opponent, you get the damage rate increase, right? So things like that are making T units a lot more viable now as a meta. So definitely look at his stats. Like his stats are out of control. They're all in the teens except for one of them, which is the critical suppression rate at 4 stars. Imagine getting him to 6 stars and watch how much more these stats will go up there, right? So a lot of this is also my gamma that does help quite a bit. So guys, focus on your gamma powers, and you'll notice your base stats will also go higher, right? All right, so link bonuses. Okay, so you need to have he's actually pretty stingy for link bonuses. So his attack includes him, the new Sage Mode Jiraiya, and the third Hokage. His defense requires Rock Lee and Neji. That's pretty straightforward, easy enough to do, right? And then the last one requires, this one's a little tougher as well, is Sasuke Kirin and the original Sakura Harano. Now, the hardest ones, of course, going to be attack and an HP, and unfortunately, those are the two big ones that he needs. So, if you don't have either of those, make sure you pick up Jiraiya for the 1 star at the Shinobi Exchange Shop. Ben was generous enough to get us that. Plus, they're giving a ton of frags away for him, so you can actually get up to 5 star by starting off with one. So definitely, guys, get Jiraiya there, and you can also get Hiruzen as well too from there. Rock Lee, again, Neji, farmable. Kirin is the only one that's actually the one you have to pull. So hopefully you guys have him. One of the best characters in the game, hands down. All right, so in terms of speed, he's actually not bad. He's a decent speed. He's got an insane amount of HP pool, obviously being a T unit. His attack is actually super high for a T unit. And I'll show you guys in a second his tribe specials. Like he's got two of them. You can use either or Jiraiya to activate them, and they're actually some of the coolest looking um, tribes in the game in terms of like aesthetics, right? They actually do pretty good damage as well too. They're both D tribes, so they're actually scaling off of Jiraiya's Sage mode, but they do extra damage to attack Shinobi, and they do a burn, and at the same time they boost all allies damage rate reduction and guard rate for this one. But the better of the two is probably this one here, which is actually boosting your damage increase rate and critical rate. So it all depends what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for defense, the legendary Guts crafted by Master and Students better. If you're looking for offense, Story entrusted by his mentor is better. All right, let's get into his actual kit and let's see what makes Naruto good. All right, so first things first, we're second barrage. So boosts his own critical rate just like Pain and just like Sasuke Heavy does, right? So right from the get-go, you're already going to be sitting at almost 80% crit rate. Deals insane amount of damage to one enemy. If target is a defense shinobi, he deals 32% more. So right away, that's what makes him different than Pain. Pain actually gives you a support stat, either if you kill the opponent or you don't, while Naruto just does a flat-out damage increase to D units. So where this comes in handy is when you're fighting a character in arena with heavy D units, or if you're fighting PvE units that are heavy D units. So he would have been perfect for like Asame and Itachi. So lowers target's damage rate reduction by 27.3%. So furthermore, you're reducing his damage reduction rate and hitting even harder because of it. If the target is not defeated, it lasts for the rest of the battle, right? So that's huge. So if you hit the opponent lives, that 27.3% lasts the whole battle. So Naruto is going to be a heavy hitter, guys. So definitely put some effort into if you're looking for a nuke. That's a T unit. If you don't have pain, or even if you do have pain, put him in there for single target. He'll hit really, really hard for you. I'm in Sage Mode, you idiot. It does the usual typical damage and increases all chakra by 646. That's very, very negligible, guys. It's all allies, I get it, but this move needs to be buffed for sure. That should be at least in the thousands, like at least 1,500, 2,000. But as it is right now, it's extremely negligible. It doesn't do enough for me. So second skill is kind of useless. Of course, getting the HP up, super important for a T unit. As you can see here, I'm only at 52. And also, I didn't get a chance to do He Who Was Entrusted. I only got it to 48, but let's take a look at what it does. So this one's actually kind of cool. He recovers his own HP. Right now, I think mine recovers about 13,000 per turn, and also boosts all active allies' attack by 5.94%. Of course, that will go up as you increase um, your skill level. And then remember, the HP recovery scales off of his attack. So the fact that he boosts his own attack and then he heals himself for more because of that, and he'll benefit in the force cell the most. Okay, and then of course 5 and 6 star you get the usual. So gear wise, I got him to 65, 65, 45, and 45. Again, just not enough resources to get him any further. Talismans, I got 36 and 40. Vitality, I only focused on 2 and 4 for arena, but you 100% want to get number 1 up to max because he'll at least be at half chakra, and then when it's his turn, when it's his turn on the third turn, he'll actually be able to jutsu right away. Now, limit breaks, I got him all the way to the second, but of course you can't get it yet because the weapon is not available. But when he does get his limit break 2, he boosts all allies' damage increase rate at the start of the turn after an ally has been defeated. So that's the only caveat I don't like. He already boosts attack, just like Karen does, with a lot less, of course. But in order to get the DIR, you have to have an ally be dead, which kind of sucks. But it does stack, so that's kind of cool, though, right? Where Kieran, it goes away after the active allies' turn is over. This actually will stack for the whole battle. So there is a bonus to it, and there's a negative to it. So definitely, though, worth it. All right, let's actually get into an arena match, guys. So let's see what will happen here today. Now, I did a couple with him, just to kind of get a feel of him. He's not, most of my characters are in the like 50K, 60K, so he's not gonna match up to defense quite as well, or sorry, to offense quite as well. But I try to do what I can here in terms of, let's do King Gold, in terms of what I can show you in terms of his offense, right? So let's see what Naruto brings to the table, and don't be worried if you don't see the damage sky high here on my end, because again, I'm fighting opponents with a lot higher defense and offense, plus my character's underdeveloped. So take the actual damage part with a grain of salt a little bit, and know that he will do a lot more damage than what's actually being shown on my video, okay? So we're gonna fast forward through these real quick, and we'll get to the actual Naruto section. We'll slow it down for you guys. Okay, so let's go through my characters. 1, 2, 3. Slow it down. So watch Naruto now. He'll do attack up, and there's his recovery for himself. There you go, attack up and recovery. So he recovered 10k there, and did attack up, right? So when I explained it earlier, I mentioned that he does attack up first, then heals. So it's the other way around. He only does, as you see there, only the 15k on Gaara, but he did guard it. So that's the reason why the damage was so low, just like he guarded there. So he does the healing first before the attack up, which is so stupid in my opinion. It should have been the other way around, where he attacks up first and then he heals, because it scales off of his attack, right? So he'd heal 5% more. But of course, Bandai, your logic is flawed as usual. All right, let's go through this a little quicker. Let's go back to looking at Naruto. We're about to do a co-op here. Now, the attack up for Naruto doesn't last through the rest of the battle, guys, so it will reset every time he's off of rotation. So he's just going to only get the 5% every time he comes back. So it won't stack every time like these or someone else's. So remember that. When it says rest of battle, that's when it stacks. Okay, so let's take a quick look here. So there you go. Heals 10k again, attack up again. And then let's watch his actual move. Let's see if we can actually hit Gaara without him guarding to see how much damage we can pull off. So I'm not sure who he is here. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. Perfect stun. I love this Jutsu. It looks so damn cool. So 59k with a crit. Okay, so that was an A unit, of course, so it's being down. Now again, keep in mind, guys, my Naruto is very underdeveloped. So you're gonna see a lot more damage when he's five star, 6 star, especially 5 star. You're gonna see a ton more damage with his damage increase rate, and you have to get his scrolls up to max and max out his fourth skill, so he gets more attack from there, right? So as you can see here, he wasn't attacking a D unit. So if he attacked Gaara, you would have seen a 32% increase in that damage, at least from that alone. Plus, it would have been a 20% increase. The fact that it's a type attack difference, right? Advantage, sorry. So that's the thing, guys. When you attack a type that's you have an advantage on, it's 20% more damage from your end. I think actually I don't have another Naruto turn after this one. Looks like everyone's gonna die here. We'll skip this, guys. So there you go, guys. So the one thing I want to point out is there are many units out there that are nukes now. Naruto, what does he bring that's different to the table? He brings better stats. So by getting him maxed out, you're going to probably see bigger numbers from him. He does bring a self heal, which is kind of nice. So you will recover, a tenth or a third of your damage that you take every turn, especially when you get his attack up. He'll probably be healing closer to about 20k per turn. So for survivability purposes, he's actually really good. If you pair him with someone like Mama Sakura, who also raises attack for that allies in the same cell, he'll not only take advantage of her attack up, but she'll also heal him, and then he'll heal himself, right? So you can do a lot of great combos with him. So he's very versatile in that regard. Like he's a nuke, plus he's a healer, plus he's a support. Now he's not as good as a support as someone like Pain as a T unit, but he does bring more damage, in my opinion, than Pain does early on. Pain will ramp up faster or in the long run and hit harder, but Naruto will bring more damage early on when you max him out. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. The Jiraiya showcase will be coming soon. We'll try to get him out as soon as possible. I'm actually more excited for him, to be honest. I think he's the better of the two characters. But if you do have Sage Mode Naruto, enjoy him. Definitely get him maxed out if you want to see his best potential. And work on that Abyss, guys. I do have an Abyss video that shows from stage 1 to 30, and it does give you some strats from 20 to 30. I have cleared 30, but I did not put it on the actual video that you guys saw because it was live. But I did it the next day, and it's pretty straightforward. So if you have any questions, give me a shout. All right, guys, this is Payne. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and we'll talk soon.